Hi everyone, this is Guided Practice Operations with Fractions Part 1. Happy Monday. Let's dive into the problems. So this problem says, Mr. Corbett and Mr. Santa Anna were sharing a pizza. They cut the pizza into 8 equal slices. Mr. Corbett had 7 slices. What fraction represents the amount of Mr. Santa Anna's portion of the pizza? How many slices did Mr. Santa Anna get to eat? Well, get used to a lot of these problems being about pizza, because pizza is one way that you can really show fractions, and it's a good way to develop that number sense. So the first part I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into 8 equal parts. So that's cutting it into 2 equal parts. Here's cutting into halves, and go ahead and write this along in your notes. And now we cut it in 8s here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total parts. Now Mr. Corbett ate 7 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the C's represent Corbett, and this is the slice here that Mr. Santa Anna gets to eat. So Mr. Corbett ate 7 out of 8 slices, and if I subtracted 7 out of 8 from the entire slice, which would be 8 out of 8, this is Mr. Corbett's portion here, and this is the total. 8 minus 7 is equal to 1/8. So Mr. Santa Anna gets 1/8 of the pie, and there he gets to eat 1 slice. Or 1 slice. Right there. Okay, let's go on to problem 2. Mr. Corbett and Mr. Santa Anna were sharing a pizza. They cut the pizza into 8 equal slices, so it's going to be the same. And that's in halves, that's in 4s, and then here we go, there's 8 equal slices. Mr. Corbett this time ate 3/4. What fraction represents the amount that Mr. Santa Anna got to eat, and what is his portion of the pizza? Well, Mr. Corbett ate 3/4, 3/4, but if I turn this into a fraction that has 8, I see that the 4 was multiplied by 2 to get 8, so I know that I'm also going to multiply the 3 by 2 to get 6. So that's going to be 6 slices of the 8 total slices. So this is Corbett, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One thing you'll notice that this is clearly 3/4. Here's 1/4 right here. Here's another quarter right here, and then here's another quarter right here. So how many slices does Mr. Santa Anna get? Well, there's a total of 8 slices. That's a terrible 8, I apologize, but I've written worse. And we're going to subtract 6 out of 8 from that, and that gives me 2 out of the 8 slices, or 2 slices. Here's Mr. Santa Anna's and Mr. Santa Anna's Ryan's slices. Alright, let's go to problem 3. Mr. Corbett and Mr. Santa Anna were sharing 2 pizzas. They cut both pizzas into 8 equal slices, so that's what we'll do again. That's 4ths and 8ths. Not my best 8ths, but we'll work with it. Mr. Corbett had 5 slices, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these slices have been eaten. I'm going to shade these in a little bit more to show that those, now we just have this many slices. So we have 8 out of 8 slices here, and we had 8 out of 8 slices here, but I ate 5 of them, minus 5 over 8, and that's going to give me, I have 1, 2, 3/8 left here. So if I add up these fractions, that's going to be a total of 11/8, or 1 3/8 of the pizzas remaining left. Now Miss Guzman came over and said that she had 1 1/2 pizzas. So I'm actually going to draw a pizza here and then another pizza here. What fraction represents the total amount of pizza for Mr. Santa Anna? So what I'm saying is that these pizzas here that Miss Guzman brought are also going to be for Mr. Santa Anna. Now, she brought 1 1/2, so here's 1. Then let's just chop this one right in half. So we have how many slices? 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes sense. That's 4 out of 8. That's also the same as 1/2. And here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 8. And if we add these together, that's going to be... So she brought 12 slices total, 12 of the 8s. Now if we add these fractions, I'm going to go ahead and write the 1 3/8. It's easier to add the improper fractions. We're going to bring this down here. We have 12 over 8 plus 11/8, what we started with, or after Mr. Corbett ate his. 11 plus 12 is 23 over 8. So we have a total of 23 slices. But let's turn this into a mixed fraction. 8 goes into 23 2 times with a remainder of 7 slices. So we nearly have 3 slices, or 3 whole pizzas, but not quite. Let's just make sure that we do have indeed 23 slices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. It checks out. 23 over 8. 23 eighths. Alright. The last problem here. Mr. Corbett, Mr. Santa Ana, Miss Guzman, and Miss Barajas were sharing 3 apple pies. They cut the 3 pies into 8s. Okay, well, I mean, it's the same idea. We're not using pizza, but it's still the same idea. We'll cut all these here into 8 equal slices. There's halves, there's quarters, and here's 8s. They cut all 3 pies into 8s. Mr. Corbett had 1 whole pie. I do love my pie. So, this is Mr. Corbett's pie. It's already gone. It's eliminated. Mr. Santa Ana had 3 slices, so do S, S, and S. That's Mr. Santa Ana's slices there. And Miss Barajas had 4 slices, so B, 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 and B. So there's this one gone, this one gone, this one gone, and this one gone. We only have 1 slice remaining in this pizza. Miss Guzman wanted to bring some pies home for her daughters. How much pie was left over? Well, there were 3 whole pies, but now there's 8 slices here. I'm just going to draw this line right here to separate the problems. There's 8 out of 8 slices here, and there's 1 out of 8 slices here. So if we add these together, that's going to give us 8 plus 1 is 9. I can add these fractions because they have the same denominator. 9 over 8, or 1 whole pie and 1/8 right here. So I cut into 8 and we have 1/8 left. So we have 1 pie and 1/8 pizzas, pies, remaining for Arlette Guzman and Yvonne Guzman. Pies left over. Well, that's your first video, and good luck with the practice problems.